So Victor Wembanyama arrived to LA for his first road test, and it wasn't a good one for him, but it was very good for the Clippers. The Clippers, they pretty much stifled them. They pretty much, came out with the energy. Paul George had like 4 or 5 steals in the beginning off of Vassell, I think his name was, or name is, on the Spurs. But the Spurs are just a young team, and the Clippers did what they were supposed to. They were supposed to take advantage of a team like that and just send a message. Wembanyama, like, he's very good. I mean, looking at him, honestly, he is going to be a problem, like, in the near future. Like, I mean, he looks like he's got, like, the whole package. He can shoot, he can handle the ball a little bit for his height, and he can, take the ball from end to end to the court if he wants to. He can pull up from three. He's only going to get stronger and better. And especially being with Popovich, too, he's definitely going to really, turn to one of those players possibly. And if he starts dominating in the paint, along with his, outside ability, I could see him being possibly a top player in the NBA, in the future. So shout out to him. But, as far as the Clippers, I thought they played well. Kawhi had 21 points. I ain't been seeing him get to the free throw line like he usually does. But I'm glad he got to the free throw line a little bit more. Or at least it's look like his game is starting to, round out to where, he's starting to be a little more aggressive and get to the free throw line. He did that a little bit more, had end up 21 points. Paul George had 19. I believe Russ had 19 and 8 as well. It was a good game, for them all around. And it was a game that the Clippers needed because I said before, there needs to be games within this season where Kawhi, PG, and Russell Westbrook, damn near sit out the fourth quarter. And, because you have a good enough bench to when you push a lead up on a team, your bench should be good enough to sustain the lead or, extend the lead. And because you got Norman Powell, and depending on whether they keep using Covington in the starting lineup, he'll be with the second unit here soon, and probably when Man comes back. So that'll be another, key weapon you have on your bench. You have pieces, you have pieces on your bench that can help you and push the lead, as I said, and sustain lead so Kawhi and PG can get the more rest that they need, or the rest they need, which will better their situation in the future. And I thought that was good to see they took care of a team early. The Spurs had a little fight in them. They tried to make it interesting a little bit, try to, go on an 8-0, 10-0 run, things like that. But I knew the Clippers pretty much had it, in that third quarter. I mean, they pretty much, like I said, they didn't really stop Wembanyama. Like, he's a rookie, so you really can't really, judge him too much. But, he just moves well. He's just going to be a good scorer and a lot of good things, coming his way, I believe. And they got a couple little players on there, but it was all about the Clippers, really. And like I said, they took care of business as they were supposed to. And they got to move on to the next, which I believe is the Lakers. That's going to be, a good one always. Definitely a rivalry. Definitely a rivalry game. So definitely going to have a lot of implications in that game. And you definitely want to see everybody on the floor and everybody ready to go. And I'm pretty sure they will be. So, I mean, it'll definitely be a treat for us fans to, to watch that game specifically. But like I said, I like what I've seen from the Clippers. The ball movement was pretty sharp. It was a couple times where, a little one-on-one isolation basketball. That's fine. I just don't want the Clippers to get too carried away into the, a little bit of what I saw at a point in time of the game. It looked like a little, take turn basketball. Paul George takes a shot, Kawhi takes a shot. Like that. Like, I don't want the offense to get to that point. And hopefully Ty Lue does something about that where it's a little bit more fluidity in the offense, the ball moving, finding the right people. And now once the ball swings and it swings back to Kawhi or PG, of course they take the shot because, they're the better players. And plus, if they have a higher percentage shot, it's definitely more likely going to go in, especially with them two. Because, I mean, this year, like starting off this season, like Kawhi is shooting like freaking 69, 70% or something like that. Or something like that from the three-point line. I think they were saying last night, or maybe been a couple games ago out they were talking about it. But he's been on fire, from the three-point line. Paul George has been on fire too, just all around and stuff like that. And like I said, their game is it will round out the more and more we see them. But like I said, I just don't want to see no take-turn basketball. Just want to see a little bit more fluidity in the offense. Keep it moving. If you have to do an isolation, fine, because the defense is not breaking down to the how you want it to. Understandably so, but Ty Lue has to make sure their offense don't become stagnant like that, because that's what hurt them in years past, where the tight games where it came down to 5-6 point game, and you got to be able to hold that lead for like 2 minutes to end the game, and you got two of the best players in the NBA. Fans, media, people like that is gonna we don't want you to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? That's been some of the issues with the Clippers in the past. And it might have been due to not having a point guard that they really could trust. But at the same time, that type of style of basketball doesn't win championships. And I know Ty Lue knows that, and he has to fix that if he continues to see that. But other than that, like I said, there was some ball movement early on specifically. And then, like I said, to end up the game, the bench came in, I'd say like late third quarter going into the fourth, and they just ended the game pretty much. Norman Powell came in, did his thing, just dropping buckets. Everybody else playing pretty much in tune. Bones Highland played good, I thought. It was a collective effort from the team, so I definitely like that. And you definitely gotta use that as a Kickstarter. You went flat out there in Utah, but this can definitely a little Kickstarter. A W always helps, and now you gotta move on to the next opponent and see what you can do from there. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments, and we'll talk about it.